Join us this week as we continue our trip down the Murray River.
It's not that cold.
We could have trouble getting out of here tomorrow.
At the point of the Murray-Darling confluence.
Listen here, class.
We're going to cop a lot of it, up to 200 mil or something.
You probably spent the night here, in the jail.
A will-o'-the-wisp nomadic recluse.
Tonight we're camping here at Psych camping area number 1. Last night we stayed here at Mildura at the River Gardens Holiday Park on the Murray. It was still raining, so we weren't confident of getting out of another riverside free camp spot if it did rain a lot more. But this park's been pretty good. We got a premium site. So from what I can figure, a premium site includes fake carpet that looks like grass, so you don't get muddy feet when you're outside the caravan. And I just thought I'd show you the toilet blocks. They're a little bit more interesting than other places we've stayed. They're like en-suited with a toilet and a shower. And then across the walkway is just a set of toilets and hand wash basins. I thought that was a little bit unique. So we're heading off this morning to Wentworth, where the two rivers, the Murray and the Darling, meet, and do a bit of exploring around there. We've made it to Wentworth. It was only about half an hour drive, 30-something kilometres, not very far at all. We're parked up here at the sporting complex on a bitumen pad, so no chance of getting bogged here, which is what we want. Free camp or low cost, maybe donation, not too sure. We're here in Wentworth at the point of the Murray-Darling confluence. So that's where the two rivers meet, being the Darling and the Murray. So the Darling flows into the Murray, right here at this very spot. The Murray River is over that side, and the Darling River is running down this side here.
Listen here, class. So we're here in Wentworth where the two rivers join, the Murray and the Darling. You can see where the Darling flows from southeast and southwest of Queensland, and also the north central, I suppose you could say, of New South Wales. Even water coming from Dubbo goes into the Darling. Water from Roma flows down the Boulogne River into the Darling, and then they all join with the Murray where we are here at Wentworth. So it's quite an impressive river system right throughout the eastern side of Australia.
How long's the Darling?
Good question. Top of the class to you. They say the Darling is roughly 1,500 kilometres long. So if you go back from this point, it'll be where they all start joining together. So that'll be the last, around Burke, because the Burke's on the Darling River.
Yeah, we
Burke's
did the
on
paddle
that,
steamer
yeah.
there.
So it'll be somewhere around Burke is where the Darling River would start, because all these other rivers are flowing into it. Probably there.
And how long's the Murray River?
Too long. 2,500.
So here at this very spot, back on the 1st of March 1838, Joseph Gordon and Charles Bonney crossed their cattle at this spot. on a droving trip from near Albury to Adelaide. And then 2 months later, Edward John Eyre used the same route, to be still followed by Captain Charles Sturt, both with a herd of cattle. These leaders and their men were the first of the overlanders. Just here, they crossed with their herds.
And she knew all that information because
I read it on the thing.
read it from down there.
Back in 1956, there was major flooding upstream on both the Murray and the Darling rivers, to the extreme that it was going to flood Wentworth out. So the Army, the Navy and the local townspeople got together and built a massive levee bank around the town to save it, which it did. It held off about 80 miles of flood water. However, because the levee bank was built, the water all went downstream and flooded out towns downriver. And this embankment here is a tribute to the little grey Fergie, who was responsible for doing a lot of the work. This was the first courthouse at Wentworth in 1863. The significance of it is that it's built of Murray pine and in a drop log construction style. It'd be pretty cold in winter. You can see straight through the walls.
The paddle steamer Ruby, it's been going through reconstruction since 1995. It's getting nearer to completion. Good to see him coming back to life.
The Possum Man, David James Jones, 1901 to 1982. A will-o'-the-wisp nomadic recluse who lived for 54 years in the bushland downstream of Wentworth. We're here at the Wentworth jail, so we'll go inside and have a look. Admission prices are very reasonable. Queen Victoria was the reigning monarch when the jail first opened in 1879. King George V was the reigning monarch when the jail closed in 1927. The women had a proper lavatory style toilet compared to the men's with just a bucket in their cell. They also had a reasonable size exercise yard adjoined to the cell. They often crammed up to 7 women in a cell, which was considered to be overcrowded. You were even incarcerated if you belonged to the Salvation Army, because they didn't believe that to be a proper religion. So if you were a shearer or a bullock teamster, a river crew member, a stockman or a drover, and went out and had way too many to drink, you probably spent the night here, in the jail, in the end room, where they had about 10 to 14 people per cell to sleep it off. Even Captain Starlight spent 48 hours here at the Wentworth jail after coming into some rough and tumbleness over a desirable young woman. Prisoners were sent to do hard labour by cleaning the town streets, and if they escaped or tried to escape, they were brought back here and chained to this rock with this big chain in the summer heat and left there. I don't know for how long, but obviously some time. The first prison established in the area in 1850 was a dead gum tree, and the prisoners were chained to that while the jail was being built later on. When the jail closed in 1927, they decided to make it into part of the Wentworth School. There is a rainwater storage tank, which is about 20 feet deep and 12 feet in diameter that they sunk into the ground near this pepperina tree. You can actually see the water pump thing still there. So that was the main source of water for the prisoners, for washing, bathing, cooking. Just going for a bit of a walk down Wentworth local streets. There's not a lot here. I guess it's got the basics: hairdresser, real estate, police, courthouse. IGA's around the corner. We'll go there and get a few supplies.
A couple of pubs, paper shop.
Yeah, the pubs and the paper shop. Oh, there's an op shop, a visitors information centre, coffee shop. I can see a sign for coffee.
Post office.
Post office. That's about it.
It's such a major thing back in the 1800s with the two rivers combining, and trade would have been a full-on thing here with paddle boats coming down both rivers. It's forgotten about now. There's nothing really here. It's a very, very small town. It's quite surprising.
Yeah. We'll wander into IGA and get a few things that we need. This is a really well-stocked IGA. Lunch today is hot chicken on bread rolls, but I'm having salad. Brad's not. I'm the rubbish disposal queen today. Emptying the toilet canister is not my job. I'm the rubbish disposal queen only. We've just left Wentworth a couple of minutes ago, and now we're heading to the Red Cliffs, which is south of Mildura. Supposed to be some spectacular red cliffs to see. That was a bit of a fizz. We're on the wrong side to see the Red Cliffs properly. Check to see if we're level. Pretty good. Does that do you? Tonight we're camping here at Psych's Bend camping area number 1, right on the Murray.
No, where number 2 is. We just got a number 1.
Oh well, number 1's good. It's well set out here. There is 15 camping spots. They're designated. Each has a fire pit and a picnic table.
There's a bit of a storm rumbling out there in the distance. Tonight's dinner is chicken burgers, and as background noise, listening to the storm roll in. Let's hope it doesn't hit us too hard. The expected rainfall for the next 5 days is going to hit us, or we're going to run into it. We're here somewhere travelling down this way. We're going to cop the lot of it, up to 200 mil or something. Yay.
We've made our way to Curlwaa today, and we're camping here just near the Abbotsford Bridge, and we've got a lovely little sandy beach where we're going to take a dip.
A little bit of light rain, a few bits of thunder. Nothing to be overly concerned about yet. We could have trouble getting out of here tomorrow. Bacon and egg burger for dinner tonight with salad.
Green chip.
Someone doesn't like salad, but he's got it on his burger.
Green chip.
On the banks of the Murray. And it's raining.
Or
So last night it rained all night long, steady up to heavy. This morning it's cleared off a bit, so it's an opportunity for us to leave this spot. As lovely as it was by the river, it's time to move on. Join us next week as the weather continues to interrupt our travel plans and we move into South Australia and continue to follow the Murray River.
we've tried to dodge the weather, and we've pulled up at Lake Curlwaa.
This is Lock 5 here. It's about a 10-minute drive from Parenga, and we're going to go and have a look at the cliffs. Now that the rain has dissipated and the sun has come out, it's turned into a beautiful afternoon.